Is camera on? Alright, cool. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Monday, November 3rd, 2014. And it's only 6:20ish, and it's already dark outside. So the holiday season has approached us really quickly. And so things are gonna get pretty interesting these next few months. You know, I'll tell you that right now. It'll get pretty interesting. So what to do here? Oh, so before I go on, I just want to say, you know, hope you guys have been doing good. I know, you know, some people fall into hard times. You know, there's issues. There's always problems in the world. There's always, you know, things going on that you know that can affect you, and either mentally or physically. You know, but just remember that, you know, the position that you are now, you are a lot luckier than 90% of the world population. Like, just by living here in this country, in this great country. And I'm not saying this because I'm patriotic towards, you know, or being nationalistic towards this nation. I honestly believe that this country, you know, just by being born here, you've been privileged, you know. Because I'll tell you right now, there's other countries in the world where people wish that they had either the money, the resources, or even the connections to be able to come here and live a life here, because they know how much it means to be here and be a U.S. citizen. You know, so if you ever feel down, or if you ever, you know, like down in the dumps, let's say you had a bad day, you know, either at work or at school, or, you know, or people just pissed you off to, you know, where you wish you could fucking kill everybody. Like you wish like an extermination of all human scum on the earth. Just remember that you know, there's always a new day. You know, life goes on. That's it. You know, and who knows? Maybe those people that are giving you shit, you know. My theory is that I always think that my theory is that people that seem to be like in a bad mood and they just give you shit for no reason, in my opinion, it's probably because there's probably something bothering them as well, and so they feel they have to take it out on somebody. And whether it just ends up being you or the person next to you, you have to be able to just say, ah, fuck it. You know, if I have to be the one that, I mean, if this person's having a bad day and I have to be the one to take it, fine. I can just deflect it off me, because it won't affect me. It's not like it's not like she knows me, or she knows my background or my beginnings or my origins. So why let this random person's words of hate get to me? Just let it bounce off. Just let her take her anger out on you, and then maybe she'll feel better. Maybe in the end that's what, you know, we want to strive for. You know, selflessness, altruistic selflessness. Because it's very easy for the human brain to focus on the negative. You know, that is very true. Well, you know, that out of the way, you know, I hope this video makes you laugh. You know, I do these videos because, you know, I just want to make you guys laugh. I hope you guys have, you know, if you have a bad day, I hope, you know, my crazy antics and my stupidity sometimes. That's just, I'll have days where I'll feel pretty stupid, you know. Or, you know, I'll feel dumb, but, you know, so I hope maybe, like, in that sense, you know, I hope it makes you feel better, you know. Just don't call me stupid. No, I'm just kidding. Well, anyway, but, you know, I hope you guys are okay. You know, I hope this video makes you laugh as much as it does for me. So today we're going to read chapter 19. We actually only have 2 more chapters to go in my story. There's 20 chapters, so tomorrow we will read the final chapter, and that will be it for this series. As to what I'm going to do Wednesday, I might just go back to game reviews, and if we do, I already have a game that I'm gonna start reviewing, so that's gonna be good to look forward to. So, with that being said, let's begin. So, where do we leave off? So, last time we left off, we had a huge battle where we had Ludwig and Mark fighting a Destructo. We got Gazanov fighting Lianma, and then on the side we had Sycamore and Klaus fighting each other. Now, we already got the outcome of 2 of those battles, in which case Morak kills Destructo, which makes Yanma very angry, to which he ends up killing all the henchmen, Morak, Gazanov, and Ludwig. So in that pure stir rage, he took out his anger and killed them all. And just like that, you know, he was able to vanquish them. And at this point, he goes on to help Klaus defeat Sycamore, because he knows, even with Klaus himself being good, Sycamore is a very powerful villain. as you will see in this following chapter. Now, okay, so I'm yawning because I had to wake up early to go to work, so what I did was I woke up extra early to do my P90X workout. So today was my MMX, which is basically like a karate style workout, so you do a lot of punches, it's basically all cardio. So that got me my juices flowing. And I also did my ab workout for the week, so I feel good. You know, everything's falling into place, let's just say that. So, with that being said, let's move on and read chapter 19, which is simply titled Sycamore vs. Klaus and Yanma, Final Confrontation. And the quote to start this off simply says, "Generosity can open the door for many possibilities." That is true. So, here we go. So here's the backstory. Klaus and Sycamore, Sycamore and Klaus. There was really no correct way to present these two allies gone foe. The passion they are expressing with their weapons while fighting one another is something out of this universe. While Klaus and Sycamore are battling sword-to-sword combat, Yanma enters the scene. He hesitates to whether he will help out Klaus with his fight with Sycamore, or let him operate his own battle. While this mind debating goes on, Sycamore and Klaus are just getting started with their duel. And then, here we go. Klaus. "Yeah, Sycamore, I gotta say you are one worthy opponent." Sycamore. "Likewise, Klaus. Likewise. You were a very tough challenge for me." Klaus. "Yeah, we've been going at it for who knows how long, and it seems that none of us have shown any significant signs of fatigue yet. I mean, I can still fight for a while now. How about yourself?" Sycamore. "Me? Tired? Impossible rubbish. I can probably say with this battle stands for as long as it takes, my dear enemy, once being comrade of mine." Klaus. Yes, emphasis on once. Once a comrade, not anymore." Sycamore. It's a shame, really. You would have made an excellent king now that everyone else has been eliminated from the face of the universe. It's only of us three now, with yours truly, obviously, playing the evil card in all this. You know, you can still change your mind." Klaus. "No, I will not change my mind. Keep in mind," and then there's like a side note saying, "Keep in mind they are talking to each other while exchanging swords." So they're talking while they're fighting, basically. Sycamore. "Shame. To think we could have been on our way to Earth and conquering it all for ourselves. But alas, thanks partly by you, the whole dream has been ruined. You have disappointed me in ways I never thought you could." Klaus. "You are evil. You know that, Sycamore?" Sycamore. "And I will appreciate it as a compliment." Klaus. "Yeah, shouldn't be. Being evil really does not make you seem more powerful at all. You only alienate yourself from others, and because you are evil, you are always trying to hurt others, and that, my ex-comrade, is something you should never be proud of." Sycamore. "And now you are trying to give me life lessons and advice on how to live life? Please. You will have better luck teaching asteroids how to dance around in circles. I don't take advice from anybody, and I mean anybody." Klaus. That's sad, actually, that you don't let others try to enter your circle and try to at least help you change your life for the better, like I'm trying to do now, but apparently you don't seem interested." Sycamore. "I'm not interested, actually. I don't even know why. You keep trying to ask me and tell me all these things. Might as well stop it there, because I could care less from what comes out of anybody's mouth, especially the foul mouth of a traitor." Klaus. "Yeah, why don't you stop right now, and we along with Yanma can help change the world for the better. Wouldn't that be better than trying to conquer it?" Sycamore. "I want to conquer it. I don't care about the Earth's liberation." Klaus. "But I do." Yanma. "And so do I." Klaus. "Oh, Yanma, you caught me by surprise." Sorry, I'm trying to put this in order. There we go. Sycamore. "What the hell do you want, you psycho freak?" Yanma. "Psycho freak? But I don't get." Sycamore. "I saw your rage." "And how you unleashed on those pathetic puppets that called themselves actual fighters. You pretty much took care of them in a snap. It seemed way too easy for you, to be honest. Still, the rage you showed was pretty shallow. I've seen worse, and even with that, it has never been enough to vanquish my evil being. Yanma, you know, what you just said right now really had no place in this conversation, because it did nothing but pollute our precious atmosphere with the smoggy gunk that comes out of that ungrateful mouth. Sycamore. Haha. Seems like someone wants to play a game of who wants to feel like an idiot today. Well, Yanma, I'll sadly inform you that I will be winning this game today. Not you. Sycamore will win. Yanma will lose. Simple as that. Game over. You have nothing on me. Yanma. Is that the best you got? Because I almost fell asleep there. Sycamore. Your mocking skills amaze me, and how much they reek of unoriginality and anti-humor. Why don't you try again? Yanma. I don't have to, Sycamore. For the last time. Sycamore. Wait, what do you mean for the last time? Yanma. Now, Klaus, do it! And then Sycamore. What the? And then in quotations it says, as Sycamore turns around to look at what's going on, Klaus is visible from behind, and holding his sword high up in the air, and has his stance as he is going to swing it downward at a blazing speed. Klaus swings, and to the amazement of both Klaus and Yanma, Sycamore is able to escape the slash unharmed, and he quickly begins to congratulate himself on how his quickness and speed helped him avoid instant death. So Klaus just swung at him from behind, but Sycamore dodged it. And both Klaus and Yanma look in amazement. Sycamore. So, you were trying to cheap shot kill me, weren't you, Klaus? And all because of your friend Yanma, who I must say almost got me dead. Almost, but not too fast enough. In fact, Klaus was slow at swinging the sword in your time of rage, Yanma. Pathetic. Truly pathetic. If you wanted to kill me, this will have been your only chance, because trust me, I never lay my guard down twice in one sitting. Never. Yanma. Oh really? Sycamore. Yes, really. Yanma. Are you prepared to defend that statement? Sycamore. Of course, why wouldn't I? Yanma. Oh, nothing, it's just that now. And then Sycamore and say, no! And then in quotations it says, Klaus swings and misses again, and Sycamore can now be clearly seen as being angry and full of rage as well. Klaus. Oh, I keep missing. My apologies, Yanma. Yanma. It's fine. Sycamore. You little jerks. I'm going to destroy both of you once and for all of you. Klaus. Then let's have at it. And then at this point, Klaus and Sycamore begin to duel again, and once again Yanma remains neutral from the fight. Klaus. Yeah, come on, Yanma. Please help me beat him. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep him off. Yanma. And then Yanma, he starts to think, and he says, should I? Could I? Would I? So hard to choose. Klaus. Help me, Yanma, please. Yanma. And then he snaps out of it. Oh, well, I've decided. I'm going to help you defeat Sycamore once and for all. Klaus. My goodness, it's about time. Sycamore. Hey, you pack of cheaters, that's not fair. It's 2 against 1. Klaus. Yeah, so you and Roll and the rest of the crew are together and fighting against just 2 people before I show up into the picture. Wasn't that unfair on your part? Sycamore. But. Yanma. Enough buts. It's time to eliminate you, Sycamore. You will not make it out of here alive, and that is a bold statement, yes, but we must destroy you. For if we fail, you will take over the earth, and our dream of bringing warning and peace would become futile and worthless. I will not let that happen, and after taking care of your posse, you're the last one that remains. Surrender now, or prepare to fight the both of us. Klaus. Yeah, that's right. Sycamore. Finally, you cowards. I will fight you myself. Let's engage in battle now. Klaus. On guard. Yanma. You are dead, Sycamore. Dead. And then here comes the text again, which says, Sycamore and Klaus begin to renew their duel with interest and regard for the other's skills, and their sword fighting reaches new heights as they both now seem to aim for the heart of the opponent, which would mean in this instance that whomever is struck first would be safe to say that the person in question shall in fact become a deceased man. For Sycamore, it's 2 times more difficult for him to keep dodging Klaus's attacks, as he also begins to avoid laser gun shots coming straight from the unforgiving gun of Yanma's ownership. As the battle wears on, Sycamore begins to noticeably become more and more prone for a fatal blow, as his endurance level seemed that it would give out at any moment, while Klaus's endurance level, thanks to Yanma's help, is still at a point where he would be able to last 2 times as long, at the point where Sycamore decides to call it quits. Sycamore, dodge after dodge, loses his steps and falls to the ground, and Klaus, seeking his opportunity, grabs his sword up high and begins to point it at his opponent's chest, but hesitates whether to stab the fatal blow or keep him alive. It becomes a tougher decision than Klaus ever thought. So we'll stop here really quick. So now we have the fight that has started between both Klaus and Yanma and Sycamore. And so this whole time Klaus and Sycamore have been fighting, and Yanma comes into the picture. Yanma tries twice to distract Sycamore, so yeah, Klaus can hammer down the final kill, but misses. And now as we end this little section, we find out that Sycamore has dodged all these attacks. He gets tired, he falls, and then from what we see at the end, Klaus finally has that fatal blow that he could give out to him while he's down. And the question becomes, will Klaus give that fatal blow, or what will he do next? And to start the final section of this chapter, the quote here is, "An eye for an eye, a moral and ethical judgment that is to be left to the people to decide." So basically this quote just says that it is an eye for an eye relevant in whatever case goes on. That's up to the people that are involved in that particular incident. Nothing more, nothing less. So that being said, now that Klaus has Sycamore in a position where he can kill him and end everything, what does he do? Klaus, it's over, Sycamore. It's over. Yanma, might as well just give up now. Sycamore. So he struggles and can't. He falls with that because he's so tired from dodging. I won't give up to the likes of you, ever. I will not surrender my ground and will continue to fight till I can no longer move a muscle. So try me, Klaus. Look, Sycamore. It's just I don't want to kill you. I mean, it's as if my conscience set in on me and told me that you can be changed if someone tried to. Tell me, Sycamore, have you ever experienced any sort of remorse, caring, heartwarming interactions with anyone in this universe? Sycamore. Who wants to know? Yanma. Please, Sycamore, answer Klaus's question. Have you ever experienced love and care in your whole existence? Klaus. Yeah, you can tell us. Sycamore. You guys better seriously stop this nonsense or I will brutally murder you both to the point of extreme pain. Stupid talk. Enough of this foolishness. Klaus. Yeah, I know. Answer my question. Sycamore. I'd rather die than submit to your demands. Go on. Do it. Oh, 187. Yanma. We are not going to kill you. We want you to understand that you don't have to do this. We are all related in a weird sort of way. We are all born in this universe, right? Klaus. Yeah, that is correct. Isn't it, Sycamore? Sycamore. Well, I suppose. Aren't I correct? Yanma. And we are all living things that were given a chance to try and live in this life. Aren't I correct on that department as well? Klaus. Yes you are, Yanma. Sycamore. What can I say? Yanma. Look, Sycamore, I don't like you, and I know you don't like me. Sycamore. You got that right. Yanma. Yanma. Anyway, my point is, I want to offer you a compromise, or rather, a proposition, whatever you choose to call it. Interested? Sycamore. I thought I had made it myself clear earlier that I will not submit to any of your demands. If you start telling it anyway, I will not listen to it at all. Yanma. Well, I'm going to tell you anyway, whether you like it or not. Sycamore, sorry, I was like kind of dense, sorry. Sycamore? Go ahead, but I'm warning you, I will not listen at all. Your lecture will be futile in my belief, but carry on anyway. Yanma, well, yes, alright. Sycamore, since it seems that you've been evil your whole existence, I would like to ask you something. Do you enjoy being evil? Sycamore, I don't answer rhetorical questions, no offense. Yanma, alright, it's good, we're making progress. Alright, let me ask you this now. Haven't you ever thought of changing the way you live? At all? Yanma, nope and no. Yanma, alright then, well, Klaus and I have been thinking. We were thinking of offering you something very special. Do you want to know what the special thing is, Sycamore? Sycamore, I don't give a clank about it. Whatever it is, I just don't care. Yanma, how would you like, instead of trying to kill us, to become part of us? You know, like a team. I know that together we will be able to change the earth for the better. Sycamore, ha, that reminds me. Yanma, I want to ask you a question since you're being so question happy today. Yanma, you haven't answered my question yet. Sycamore, answer mine, then I will answer yours. Yanma, fine. What is your question? Sycamore, okay. My question is, why Earth? Yanma, what do you mean by why Earth? Sycamore, why Earth? Why did you or whomever assigned you to decide to help a planet in the Milky Way galaxy when there are other planets that you could have been in the same situation, plus the fact that they could have been more worthy of saving than these god-for-nothing life-tune forms? Yanma, Earth, I have to admit, there are something about planet. They're just different. In a sense, Earth represents the microcosm of our state of our universe. What happens on Earth can be easily related to what goes on in our entire space-time continuum on an everyday basis. Klaus, yeah, I never thought of it that way before. And come to think of it, it does make a lot of sense, you know. People like Sycamore destroying planets, groups like my former commander Ro and his crew trying to conquer other planets. I'm willing to bet these type of things happen on Earth all the time, do they? Yanma, they do actually. Just not the whole planet destroying fiasco and all that stuff like we experience. You see, conquering planets for us would be conquering nations for them on Earth. And a country like they call it is simply a land that's inhabited by a group of people that somehow decides to call a piece of area their land, even though it's for everybody in the way I see it, and then start to create laws that they all agree to and follow by. And then comes the tricky part. They begin to build barricades around the land they claim is theirs, and then begin to become defensive and selfish, not letting anyone get in the country without identification and proof that they will not do anything malicious while inside the country they claim is theirs. What I want to say, and this is just coming from someone who has had years to think about the nature of life that we live in, that Earth doesn't need borders. Why create tension and hatred by building some type of shield and then saying only with proper materials are you allowed to enter? Earth was created for all, not for an individual person or group. I believe that other than warning them of a possible attack, which I think by now is null and void since we were able to handle the situation here apparently, the people of Earth really have to one day look at themselves and ask if life on Earth can be improved. I mean, there have to be many ways where they can, oh, and then it catches on. Then there's a little quotation, so I guess now something else happens. A loud scream is heard. Yama quickly snaps out of his storytelling phase to see what was going on, and the scene he saw before his very eyes almost got him to the floor, shocked and appalled. He saw blood, and blood that was fresh and raw from the moment he touched it with his bare hands. Then, looking up high from the floor, he noticed Sycamore holding his sword in the grip of his hand, noticeably having fresh blood stains on the tips of his fingers, while the sword had a wide range of blood that was dripping from the sword and falling on the cold, dark floor. For Yanma, it only meant one thing in his mind. He immediately looked to his right, and before his very eyes was a sight that he had hoped not to see. It was Klaus, on the floor, drenched in his blood. He also had what appeared to be a large hole that covered his left torso, and small fountain of blood was showing a glamorous and grim display for a two-person audience. Yanma then began to stare at Sycamore, staring directly into his eyes. Sycamore sensed the hatred and rage building up inside of Yanma, and knew unless he acted upon, he would become dead meat. So before we move on to the final section, it's implied that Sycamore kills Klaus with his gun, which is why they say there's a big hole in the torso. So basically, you can imagine him dead like this on the floor, and then it talks about how out comes a fountain of blood. So you can imagine a dead body with a fountain full of blood coming out. Even though that sounds disgusting, it's kind of weirdly interesting to see something like that, I guess, in real time. So essentially, while Yanma was telling the story about why he chose Earth to save and why Sycamore should care about the Earth, Sycamore kills Klaus. So essentially, Klaus was too distracted by the story, and Sycamore took the chance to kill Klaus. So now, Klaus is dead. So now what happens here? Sycamore, well, now that Yanma was in a pure state of rage and looks at Sycamore, okay, Yanma, I took my chances and succeeded in killing off your comrade to make my job eliminating you a whole lot easier. I suggest you surrender now before I get you to be brutally tortured and then be killed in the same fashion I just did upon Klaus here. Ha! Never even saw it coming. Was a tad too interested in your story and didn't see how I just came from behind and stuck you right in there. Yup, it was a difficult job for a few seconds, seeing that I underestimated the thickness of his skin, but then after that, I got through and made sure the sword would go in all the way until he was dying of pure, unadulterated pain. It was just glorious to watch. Surely brought me a tear to my eye. In other words, and then in quotation, Sycamore is then grabbed from behind with his head on a grip from Yanma's arm and is unable to escape. So then basically Yanma has him in a chokehold while he's telling his story. So essentially, Sycamore is distracted by his storytelling, and then Yanma takes a chance to grab him and choke. So Sycamore, choking in pain, please, let me, go. I don't want to die this way. It hurts. Yanma, an eye for an eye, Sycamore. An eye for an eye. And then, predictably enough, Yanma chokes Sycamore, and then upon knowing that he is living no more, drops him dead on the ground, and then, as a final tribute to Klaus, gets his sword and sticks it right onto Sycamore's head, exclaiming it and making it clear who had won the ultimate battle. Yanma had survived the ordeal, but now he was alone again. And that is the end of chapter 19. So, what happened? Well, Sycamore is finally dead. The main villain is gone. And you might think of this maybe as an anticlimax because there wasn't no like fight, this grand battle between Yanma and Sycamore, which I'm sure most of us was expecting. But you have to look at it this way: Sycamore was always someone that liked to talk full of himself, and maybe that was just his undoing, that his own self-fulfilled crap about himself, the way he took himself so highly that he was all badass and shit. That's what eventually got him killed. And he didn't get killed by a sword or by a gun. He got choked to death. And that's gotta be more painful suffering than just getting your head cut off or getting, blasted on and stuff. So with that being said, the battle and climax is over. And now Yama stands up on his own, still going to Earth, but now to figure out what he's going to do by himself. So now everybody is dead except Yanma. And one wonders now what happens here? What's going to happen to him on Earth? You know, what's going to be the ultimate conclusion? Well, that's why we have one more chapter that we'll reread tonight.